Hello everyone, welcome to JRMTG here on Wednesday evening. Let's turn that off because that's right in my ears. Go away. Thanks, Pretzel. Welcome to everyone in the chat. Hey Sock, I saw you come in. That seems to be one of my catchphrases now. Anyway, so today we are going to be continuing our upgrade of Rhiannon's Melek Izzet Paragon EDH deck from Friday. So without any further ado, I'm going to transition to this view, and we're actually going to see our co-hosts for the evening. Starting from left to right, we've got Paul.
Good evening.
Who was in his own little world. We've got Rhiannon.
Sorry, I'm...
Hello.
And we've got Meredith.
Hi, guys.
And just before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping. So first off, we are now a Twitch affiliate. High fives to everyone there. Great effort. We have a few more options in the stream chat. If you want to explore those, you can follow us if you're not already doing so. You can also subscribe to the channel. That would really help. You can also send bits in the chat. That would also really help the channel. Any of those things. Also, the schedule for me uploading the VODs to YouTube will be slightly different. I am going to be posting them with a 2-day delay, so this particular video will be going up on my YouTube channel on Friday. The reason is that Twitch holds the license to the content here for a period of 24 hours from these, from the date of publish. So I don't want to piss them off. So I just wanted to make everyone aware. The VODs will be available on this channel as soon as the stream is finished. But if you want to catch them on YouTube, they will now be delayed by a couple of days. So just making you aware. So last week on Friday, we took apart Rhiannon's deck. Not to put too fine a point on it, and I had a time ranting about Lightning Bolt or Lightning Strike.
Lightning Strike and what was it? Was it Shock? And
Shock and all those variants.
No Thought Vessel, no Reliquary Tower.
And then the Karulans.
I had a lot to say. So today...
All justified. All justified.
I mean, I'm trying to educate on this channel as well, let's be honest. I don't need that anymore. There we go. Perfect. So, we've done the stripping apart of this, at least. What I would say is just get rid of the islands and mountains before we start, because we're going to be having a look at all the aspects of this deck in terms of additions. So, if we can... Yeah, one of the things is going to be the mana base. So if we start with like a clean slate there, are you guys happy with that?
Yeah, mana base is the last thing you should do.
Yeah, so let's take those out.
Well, on a 2-card deck, it's not too difficult.
I mean, we've got lands in here, but I'm actually I'm fine with leaving them in. But it just gives us a bit more space to actually.
I'd leave the non-basics in.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so we set a bit of homework for Rhiannon at the end of last stream, and that was give us a budget. So, what is your budget for the upgrades for this deck?
150 to 175 at a push.
That's Great British pounds, not US dollars.
I like dollars.
I know you like dollars, and what that means is that I have to do some conversion. Because everything that we're working with is in dollars.
$220.
Is that what it is?
It's 175. That's what it was when I checked on Monday.
Yeah, so it's 190 to 220 USD. Is the?
I better not look at any sites with a Canadian dollars.
I am sure. All right, so I'm just gonna scribble that down quickly for my own notes. So we've got 190 to $220. Let's call it around 200, just so that we're kind of, we've got a nice round figure to work with, but we know that we've got a bit of breathing room. So what sort of power level are we looking at, guys?
I did a little bit of research.
Yep. It sounds like everyone except me has done research. I'm coming into this kind of completely blind. I'm an idiot.
You know what you're looking for anyway. It's just, did you look? I looked into more of the cost of things. Okay, we can afford these. So.
I have not actually done any research. I came into this blind. Because that's how I do things. I just look up stuff as things go along. I didn't do any research because, yeah. So Paul and Meredith, I believe you guys have come in with some ideas as to what we can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up Scribe.
It really depends on Reed how we go with it.
Well, there are some cards, because we're playing a certain archetype in terms of Storm, that you kind of can't not play. You've got to play the Storm payoff spells. So
yeah, you kind of need the Storm spells. So let's go through those first. Paul, give us a Storm card.
The two that I would look at are Grape Shot and Brain Freeze.
So Grape Shot. Actually, I'm just going to type it into here because we're using this anyway. So Grape Shot is 1 to red for a sorcery, and it says Grape Shot deals 1 damage to any target. That doesn't seem particularly scary, but it has Storm. So when you cast it, copy it for each spell cast before it this turn, and you can choose new targets for the copies. So the basic idea about Storm is you cast a load of spells before it, and then go bleh. I believe that's the technical term for it.
I thought the technical term was "you're dead."
Is it?
It goes bleh. So yeah, Grape Shot. Goes in because it's a Storm payoff, obviously. And that works especially well with with Ral that we looked at last time. Ral Storm Conduit, because it cares about copying spells, not just casting them.
Yes, that is the big thing.
And what was the other one that you mentioned?
Brain Freeze.
Brain Freeze. So Brain Freeze is 1 to blue for an instant. And it says target player puts the top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard. For everyone who is not aware, that is being keyworded in the new core set. It's now being called mill officially. So whenever you hear one of us talk about milling cards, it's putting cards from the top of a player's library into their graveyard. So it's 1 to blue, instant, target player mills 3, and it's got Storm as well, so I don't need to explain that. Are we sure we want to do mill in Storm?
Those are the only really 2 good payoff Storm cards if you want to win in one turn.
In Izzet?
Yes. They're the best Storm card is Tendrils of Agony, but that's black.
Yeah.
So unless we're going to go 3 colours and go with Kess.
Yeah, but that kind of destroys the whole point of what we're doing here.
Yes,
really,
exactly.
So.
We could go with Empty the Warrens as a 2-turn plan, or have some sort of haste enabler to do
I'm actually more inclined to go with Empty rather than Brain Freeze. So Empty the Warrens.
I would run all 3 if it was me. I'd have all 3 as win cons.
So Empty the Warrens is 3 in red. For a sorcery unit, it says create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. Also has Storm. I'm much more excited to be emptying the Warrens than trying to milk.
We're unlikely to have a haste enabler with this build.
No. Because the thing about Empty the Warrens is you can cast it to just get some blockers if you are struggling.
That's true.
All right, let's put all 3 in. Would help if I could spell freeze. Got 3 E's in it. So those are our Storm payoffs. Meredith, have you got anything that you think should go into this particular build, and why?
At the moment, I'm fairly happy with where we're going, so keep yakking because I'm writing things down as we go.
Okie dokie. So obviously in a storm deck you want to be casting lots of spells in a single turn, and the way to keep that going is through rituals. Rituals are cards that are usually in red but sometimes black that will get you more mana than it costs you to cast them. They're just it's the basic kind of group name for ritual. I'm also going to filter this down to this. There we go. We're having a bit of a technical difficulty. Paul's sound is cut out. So, whee! Thankfully, it's not my end that's having the tech difficulties this go round. Are you back? I would suggest that Paul drops out and starts again.
Maybe pause for a minute just to make sure everything's.
Yeah, I'm. It's fine. I'm messaging him. It's all good. So we're gonna lose Paul for just a second. Yeah, so it's just disappeared. Oh no! Rhiannon's been cut across 2 of the windows. Oh noes. You have a white line across your face.
The only other card I thought about was Ground Rift. Reads while we're
Is what now?
Ground Rift.
Round. So let's come. So let's bring Paul back in. Hello, can you hear us?
I can indeed, yes.
There we go. I have no idea what happened there. Let's just continue on.
My internet cut out, so I changed to a different network, which is what threw me off.
I see. Well, we're all back now. Meredith has mentioned Ground Rift. So this is a single red for a sorcery. Target creature without flying can't block this turn, and it's got Storm.
For me, it's a no.
If we need to use Melek,
it doesn't do anything against my bird deck.
It also doesn't. It doesn't win you the game. It doesn't. There's no big payout to the Storm out there. It's a single red. It's a single red spread mana which could go towards a Storm camp for something else.
Yeah.
But I'd rather send that mana on something that gives me more mana rather than just taking it away.
I'd just like to point out, if it doesn't do anything against my bird deck, you probably don't want to be running it.
That's true.
Because my bird deck is terrible. So we got 2 rituals that we actually care about in red.
Well, so if we're playing Empty the Warriors, a Brightstone ritual is actually not a bad thing.
Yeah, Brightstone might also work, but then
it gives us, we can have a Storm turn, play it empty, and then Storm the next turn with Brightstone ritual. And we also have Past in Flames.
We also have like these random gobbos like Gutter Snipe and Electromancer. Yeah, I can see that working. I
think it's worth considering.
Yeah, I'll put it in the maybe board. I remember how to do that. There we go. So the 2 rituals that we actually care about, because they just they net you mana, Desperate Ritual and Pyretic Ritual. Both of them are 1 red. Both of them are instant. Both of them say add 3 red to your mana pool. Desperate Ritual has an extra bit of text that says splice onto Arcane for 1 red. I don't think we actually have any Arcane spells in the deck, so I'm not going to worry too much about reading that. If it comes up, I can read it, but I don't really care. So are we happy to add Desperate and Pyretic to the build?
Yes.
Okay.
Because what you're looking like, they may seem like they do nothing, but they do add to your Storm count.
Yeah. Can we add a Seething Song?
Seething Song. Seething Song, 2 in red, add 5. Yeah. Again, same.
Same deal.
Can we then add a treasonous ogre?
I thought for a second you were just effing with me. Pay
No,
3 life,
no.
add red.
This card is disgusting.
Oh.
It's not a red effect, but it is a red card.
Yeah, sure is. That's certainly a black card if ever I saw one.
Oh yeah, with dethrone as well. It's definitely a red card.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's he printed some weird things?
It was in conspiracy.
That's fair.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, but hang on. No, that's not an excuse. They knew better by then.
Dak Faden?
Don't you
No,
dare.
hold on. Dak Faden stole artifacts at least,
That's
which
true.
is a very blue and red effect.
But treasonous ogre is paying life to get something.
Yeah,
It's an
Treasonous Ogre is
So it's
Treasonous Ogre is black, and you can't convince me otherwise.
if it was any other creature type, I'd agree with you. But ogre is definitely red.
I could go down this rabbit hole right now, but I'm not going to argue with you for the sake of getting on with it.
I think it should be a black red card personally.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd even maybe say like pay black and 3 life to add any combination of black and red, like 2 black, like one of the filter lands.
Possibly, yeah, that could be interesting.
No, why are we trying to design cards?
Because
Right.
that's
Shall we
another
get back
stream.
to the point?
That's a different stream. Yeah, like bring your own card.
Could we also add? There's a couple other cards I think with a playing Storm or auto includes.
All right.
Past in Flames.
So each... Bleh, I have to read this. 3 and a red for a sorcery. Each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback. Until end of turn, the flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. And it also has flashback. For 4 and a red, you may cast this card from your graveyard for its flashback cost, then exile it. Yeah.
It has flashback itself.
Yep.
And the other card I think is an auto code is Mizzix's Mastery.
Well, we've already got Mizzix himself, don't we? Oh no, we've got Melek.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, I would agree with that one.
We could look at adding a Mizzix of the Igmagus, but I don't think it's.
So, Mizzix's Mastery is 3 and a red for a sorcery. Exile target card, that's an instant or sorcery from your graveyard. For each card exiled this way, copy it, and you may cast the copy without paying its mana cost, and then exile itself. So, there's a reason why the wording is weird here, and that's because it's got Overload for 5 red. And if you cast it for its Overload cost, you replace target with each. Seems good.
It's just another Storm finisher at the end of the day. I don't like Mizzix himself though.
Mizzix, if you're going to play him, you need to play him as the commander.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What keeps
100%.
going buzz?
It ain't me.
Oh dear. Okay. What about Museum Tank?
No. I would rather play Underworld Breach, and that's something we should consider.
I was actually thinking Underworld Breach. Let me have something.
I'm sorry, I've done some research. Let's see, you've done your research in your head, not online.
Yeah, so Underworld Breach is 1 red for an enchantment. Each non-land card in your graveyard has Escape. The escape cost is equal to the card's mana cost plus exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. At the beginning of the end step, exile Underworld Breach.
The sacrifice, not exile it. Relevant.
Did I say exile?
Yes.
I don't know why I said that.
So the reason I bring up Underworld Breach is that it works really, really well with Brain Freeze, because we can Brain Freeze ourselves.
I don't know why you would want to, but sure.
Because you put loads of things in your graveyard and you can pay them back, right? Because you've got Underworld Breach.
I don't want to brain freeze myself.
Well, if you're gonna put all your if you're
I
gonna
want
put your
some ice
storm
cream.
camp into your graveyard,
Just do it. I
Let's
mean,
look-
now that you mentioned ice cream.
Let's look for some goblins. I think a goblin sub-theme, if we can get enough things that actually care about it. Are we
Yeah.
actually...
Actually,
I don't know.
I've got a couple in mind, Ruth. Not a creature's mind.
Goblins are idiots.
Yeah, we know.
that's why they serve them. That's why they serve them the Izzet.
Yeah, that's fair. Are there any goblins that we care about here? I don't think so.
Are there any goblins that deal damage when you cast a red spell?
Yes, they're already in the deck.
Is that the bit I missed?
Because we've got Gutter Snipe in there.
No, that's instant sorcery. There might be a goblin that
Cares
just
about casting
casting red spell.
Or red spells, yeah. Because we're very heavy red by the looks of things. Like blues,
Oh, we will.
blues the support.
Yeah. By Rebel Master.
Nah, Rebel Master sucks. Sorry, Meredith. What did you what were you thinking about?
I was thinking things like Wild Ricochet, or copy spells, so that we can get more payoffs for
Say that again. Sorry.
casting all these beautiful spells.
Say the
Wild Ricochet.
card ricochet.
Wild.
Wild ricochet.
Wild Ricochet's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 2 red. For an instant, it says you may choose new targets for target instant or sorcery spell. Then copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. What about Narset's Reversal?
Yeah, Reversal's good.
Because what you do is you cast your Grape Shot, then you reversal it, it comes back to your hand, and you cast it again.
You have it 2 to your storm count, but you also get the storm triggers from the first one.
I know, it's great, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Yeah. So Narset's Reversal is
Rewind
blue.
as
Hold on,
well.
I need to read out Narset's Reversal. Narset's Reversal is blue for an instant. It says copy target instant or sorcery spell, then return it to its owner's hand. You may choose new targets for the copy.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a blue one as well. I can't another blue one. I can't remember what it's called. Because we've got the red one already.
Mhm.
There's a second double blue one. So I think it's an M10, M11.
Let me see if we can find it.
It's an instant.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting there. So this is also how to use this particular tool. so
Either it's M10.
I hope it is, because otherwise you're going to look silly.
It's M10
Twincast.
or M11. That's the one.
There we go. So copy targets. So blue for an instant. Copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Okay, so I just want to.
That was just on my list.
Yeah, I just want to pause here, and kind of take stock of where we're at with the deck, because we do want some amount of interaction, and we want to figure out how much interaction do we want, right? Because one of the things that that Izzet blue red is very bad at doing is dealing with enchantments. So we want to kind of try and stop them from hitting the board before they get there, right?
Yes.
So let's have. I guess we can kind of group these. So I can add subsection. So I'm going to add a subsection for storm enablers. Add a section for storm payoffs. So Grape Shot is clearly a storm payoff. Empty the Warrens, storm payoff. What are we looking at?
Do we put brain freezing?
Yeah. Got to find the bloody thing. Sure, I put brain freeze in there.
You did. I could have sworn I saw it.
You
Oh.
did.
You did put it in the maybe board.
Oh, yes, I did. Did I?
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. It's there now. Oh, there it is. Get out of here. Right. Yeah. So what we can start doing is kind of analysing what we've currently got and find where the holes are.
Yes.
What do you
Very
think?
much so. I agree. I think, yeah, we've got
So we want copy
our
spells.
payoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what we need to do also we need to look at as well is our how we're going to get lots of mana and our storm, how to build up a storm count.
Yeah.
As well, because at the moment we haven't got very much card draw.
Just gonna call
Manage
this
your best.
manage best. It's Swedish. I'm just gonna what?
I love the fact you said it was Swedish. It fitted so perfectly.
Manage best.
Oh my days.
Stop taking the piss out of me because I can't say words. It's been a long day. So that goes under the mana base there. And that way we can collapse it and not think about it for now. So Lotus Petal, even though it's a mana source, it's actually more of a storm enabler.
Yes, it is.
Because it's a 0 mana spell that gives you mana. That goes in the storm enablers.
Yes. Which we can also escape with Underworld Breach.
Oh god. Oh no.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. So yeah, it's got
We have lots of things.
it's got Dredge 3. No, Delve. Sorry, it's got Delve
Essentially.
3. Yeah.
Essentially.
I'm actually going to put in another section for ramp as well. And the reason for that is that the ramp and the mana base are not going to be the same thing. So
No, they're not.
Mindstone and Primal Amulet are both technically ramp, because even though this doesn't give you mana, it means that things cost less. Same with Electromancer.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, if we're doing that, then we need to play Baral as well.
What the fuck have I done?
Everything.
I messed up. There we go. Hold on. It's because the ramp cards were selected. What have I done? I don't know how to
We're
use
building
this.
a deck.
We had this rant on Friday. What's your guys' opinions on things like Rewind as a card?
Let me bring up Rewind so we can talk about it.
Oh, here we go.
Rewind 2 blue for an instant, and it says counter target spell, untap up to 4 lands. I don't like it.
Doesn't do enough for me.
It's conditional. That's my main problem with it. Oh, Kuro. Kuro's in the chat and very happy to see you, Meredith. Hold on, why is the chat not coming up on the stream? I don't know if you can see the chat. But there we go. Let's refresh that. Hopefully it will come up now. Kuro's found the emojis. Well, yeah. Kuro's found the emotes. Yeah, great. Yeah, I don't like Rewind for the same reason that I didn't like a lot of cards in our Friday stream. It's 4 mana and it's very conditional in terms of, like, it counts as anything, but it, like, untapping the 4 lands I'm not super excited about.
No, we're not playing at instant speed particularly.
We're looking to win on our turn.
We can win at instant speed with Hypersonic Dragon in play.
Yeah, but like that's not our primary kind of game plan.
No, it's not. Oh, just sorry. Can we have another storm outlet?
Go for it.
Aether Flux Reservoir.
You.
Yes.
Okay,
no,
so I have to explain this and why I hate it. So it's a 4 generic mana artifact, and it says whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each spell you've cast this turn. That's the bit that I'm okay with. This is the bit that I'm not okay with. Pay 50 life. Aether Flux Reservoir deals 50 damage to any target. You basically laser bolt someone in the face. It really does make it kind of a sub game. Paul, Kuro is asking after you as well. He's asking if you're feeling okay.
I'm okay. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, because you had a bit of a head cold the last time, didn't you?
Yeah, just a bit of a cold. I'm still on the mend. I'm not quite right, but I'm definitely okay.
Kuro,
so the reason,
looks out for us.
He does. The reason I want to include the reservoir is that I think that
it keeps you alive when you're trying to get to the storm.
Yes, but I'm also I think storm's very hard to pull off without black. In Commander. But
I don't know if anyone saw that, but I just put 1,000-Year Storm under Storm Enablers.
Yeah. I think Aether Flux is incredibly useful because it gives us the ability to have mini storm turns.
Yeah.
And okay, you're causing me problems. I can't kill you with a storm. I'm just
gonna laser bolt you in the face. Yeah.
And keep going afterwards.
It's the Dome.
Oh no!
I'm not wrong.
You're really not. That's the problem.
I'm just going to disappear into the background for a second, grab myself another drink. This is compelling viewing for... That's fine.
His own personal fridge.
More like a box that I haven't unpacked, but sure. That's fair. So, yeah, let's continue kind of sorting through these. So, Gutter Snipe is a payoff.
Yes.
It's not a huge payoff, but it is a payoff.
Ral Zarek is a payoff.
Yeah, Ral Storm Conduit is a payoff. Because he is actually a payoff because he cares about copying.
Yeah. Kefnet is an enabler.
We'll get to Kefnet.
Okay.
So... New section. Recursion. So this is... I guess I'm kind of revealing how I build my decks. Is I kind of sort my cards into rough sections. To see where, what holes I need to fill in.
Yes.
And I don't know if that's how you guys do it, but it's certainly how I end up building my things.
It's how I end up re-evaluating deck once I've put the cards together that I like.
Guro, keep it PG. Actually, PG but with swearing is fine. But I reserve the right to delete your messages. Let's find all the... So, Electrostatic Field is a payoff. This is unfortunately a bit of admin that I think we have to do at this point before we go too much further.
Yes, I agree.
Much further.
I think the other route is an enabler. It gives us card filtering.
What's your guys' opinion on Apex of Power?
Give me a second and I'll bring that up.
I know it's a very expensive card.
Apex of Power has broken the
Too
thing.
much power.
Too much power, apparently.
Well, for 10 mana, yeah.
You broke it.
Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Can we play a twinning staff?
Pyramid Head was bullying you in Death by Daylight. You are asking me to. You keep asking me to play that, and I keep saying no. Apex of Power. 7 red for a sorcery. It says exile the top 7 cards of your library. Until end of turn, you may cast non-land cards exiled this way. If this spell was cast from your hand, add 10 mana of any one color. I'm not going to say anything here.
Okay.
I will leave it to our more powerful EDH players in the chat to
Shout at you.
Oh, I didn't say
I
shout. I
simply
just...
know what to play.
So, Ray, what do you like about the card?
I honestly don't know. I just
She's
thought
just looking for cards to actually be a part of the conversation.
There needs to be a good reason why you're paying 10 mana.
Like, if the cost of it was a little bit less,
If it was
would
like
be
7 mana or 8 mana, then
7 I would pay. 8 I probably wouldn't pay for it.
Yeah,
Because you're only
I mean, if you cast it from your hand, you essentially cast it for free because you get that 10 mana back.
but the problem is that you have to get to the 10 mana.
you may not get anything. You may not hit anything good with after the 7 cards. And if you end up
Okay.
hitting things that you need to win with later on, and you let's say we somehow manage to exile 7 of our all 7 of our payoff cards, and we can't play any of them, we're then on to beats. We don't play enough creatures to really beat someone out of the game. That's because our payoffs are so low.
And here's the other nightmare scenario. Let me give you the pessimistic. You pay 10 mana, you exile 7 lands off the top, you get 10 mana back in your pool, and you go, oh well, I guess I'm not doing anything this turn then.
You got rid of 7 lands, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
It isn't.
If you want 10 mana, you don't need more lands.
After me, what, Kuro? Give me a subscription. Sorry, I'm joking with him because I keep shouting at him about it.
Meredith, what did you say?
Mana Geyser.
So we're saying no for Apex of Power then.
I'm
A big
thinking not.
mana, yeah.
Mana Geyser, 3 red for a sorcery, and it says add red for each tap land your opponents control.
I think it's a must.
Yeah. And that goes under ramp. Right, why are there 2 Ether Flux reservoirs up there? I already put...
Because it's really good, that's why.
It's so good it snuck in. Right, let me...
You have to get I only have to play 25 spells.
Yeah,
25 turns to get 50 life and kill someone.
Yeah.
This is a creature. I don't know what you guys think of it, but it's Thrix's Sudden Storm.
Give me a second. So that goes in recursion. Sorry, I'm trying to sort this out while you're talking.
It's fine.
Thrix, the Sunstorm, 3 blue for a legendary creature, elemental giant. Flash, flying, and spells you cast with converted mana cost 5 or greater cost 1 less to cast and can't be countered. How many spells do we have in deck that cost 5 or more?
The majority of the ones we want to resolve costs less than 4. But we don't mind if other things get counted.
Like if you count, like this one can't be counted anyway, so that's not really relevant. It knocks the cost down by 1. Okay. Hypersonic Dragon, yeah, that would be nice to resolve, but not like crucial.
Dig through time.
Hold on. Yeah, dig through time will cost 2 mana.
It still costs 8 though in terms of CMC. So
dig through time will cost 2 mana if you do it right, and if it gets countered, fine.
Yeah, but I'm saying with Thrix in play, it can't be counted.
Yeah, I know.
That's where I'm going with it.
Fine Mind's Insight.
Fine Mind's Foresight.
Fine Mind's Foresight we do actually kind of care about, but... Pull from Tomorrow.
The next spell.
Is the next spell. Yeah. So it actually doesn't get discounted by Thrix. However, it does gain uncounterable from Thrix if you put more than 3 mana, put 3 or more mana into it.
That's true.
Just as a side thing. Again, Thassa's intervention, but who cares? Like, I don't actually think we have anything right now that, like, Expansion Explosion might be the only thing that we care about, but even then, that Niv Mizzet doesn't even get a cost reduction, and it can't be counted.
It can't be counted anyway.
Locust God, if it goes away. Yeah, like, I don't actually think, aside from Melek himself, I don't think we have anything that we care about.
Enough.
Yeah, there's not enough things that we care about getting through and discounting. Right?
Unfortunately, I agree. It's a good card, though.
It's a good card, just not in this deck.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know we keep shooting these down. I feel really bad.
I suppose it's better us shooting them down than finding out when she bought them.
That's fair. It
I was
doesn't.
only asking because I have the cards already, so I thought,
I
why
see.
not?
I see. Even though these... Oh, shoot. Archaeomancer needs to go in recursion, but... Yeah, Pyretic Ritual, Seething Song, and Desperate Ritual. Even though they say add mana, I'm actually going to put them as Storm Enablers. Because you don't cast them unless you're going to Storm with them.
No, that's very true.
So this goes in recursion. Yeah, I'm just trying to do admin while you guys talk about other cards that we can use.
Yeah.
Double cast, Paul.
I think we have double cast.
Did we? I don't know. Don't think we did. We've got twin cast. I don't think we get double cast.
Double cast is the same effect. It's red for a sorcery. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell.
So this one's double cast. Double cast is slightly different, but yes.
Yeah, and also fork.
Yeah.
So fork is red. Copy target instant or sorcery spell, except that the copy is red. Weirdly.
How much is fork though as a card?
That is a fair question. I will bring that up. $22 from Card Kingdom.
Okay, so it's not too bad.
$23. Yeah, like
for the card itself. Like, actually, I found one on TCG for $12.
Kuro. That would require you finding out where I live.
I'll send you his address.
Oh crap! You do actually have my address, don't you? Oh no.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's put it in. Because here's the thing. I can save this as a new deck, and I'm actually going to do this now. So we're going to analyze it. I'm going to save it as. Because then we can compare like the old and new cost rather than.
Yeah. I personally think that we're going to find there's a lot of stuff we need isn't going to be expensive.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of cheaper bits and pieces. There with the $22 shouldn't be too bad.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Right. Keep talking amongst yourselves or keep talking while.
Yeah. Let me put up
Expels. Expels is a section that I need to create.
Yeah, we picked up the card I was talking about apart from mana base, so we'll do the mana base later.
Yeah, like I'm just going through and kind of sorting this out so that we can see where we
are.
Yeah. Jace's Sanctum is actually a ramp card.
Yes, I agree.
It does other things as well, but it ramps.
Yeah.
Comet Storm is an X spell. Call from Tomorrow is an X spell. Draws you many cards if you do it right. Thassa's Intervention.
Devastation Tide.
Devastation Tide, 3 blue. For a sorcery, it says return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands, and it's got a miracle cost of 1 blue. So if it's the first card that you draw this turn, you can reveal it and cast it for its miracle cost. Um,
If the board's getting scary, we can't deal with enchantments. It's a
okay, so why this over
Thank
Psych
you.
Rift? Aside from the fact that it's probably slightly cheaper.
The miracle cost is quite good.
The miracle cost is good, but you have to set that up.
But it hits. Doesn't Tide hit us as well?
Yeah, Tide hits us.
Yeah. At that point, you're better off just playing Upheaval. And no one wants to play Upheaval.
No, because that resets the whole game. Let's talk about
Yeah.
Upheaval and why it's such a bad card for...
Why it's a cube card.
And also why it's banned.
Yes, it is. You're
It's
right.
banned in Commander for that very reason. Let me just take the filter off so that we can find Upheaval. So Upheaval is 4 blue for a sorcery, and it says return all permanents to their own hands. There's one word missing here, and it says non-land. It returns all permanents. It returns lands as well, so it basically resets the game.
Yeah.
Oh, Meredith, check the chat. You're being shouted at. I want to do a beep 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 beep, but I don't have a sound effect. I'm sad. I need a soundboard.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I don't need a soundboard. That sounds like a bad idea.
I am on the chat rooms. I'm just not paying that much attention.
I know,
to
that's why I shouted. Doesn't that mill both sides? What, you mean Upheaval? Upheaval deals with both sides, but it doesn't mill. It just returns them to hand. But yes, yes, it does that.
Right. So we added Baral to the deck yet?
No, I'm getting there, but give me a chance.
Okay.
Is prophetic bolt anything decent?
Yeah, I like Prophetic Bolt. I don't know. I'm not sure I like it here
I would like to know how many cards we could find.
Prophetic Bolt, 3 blue-red. Deals 4 damage to any target. It's an instant. Deals 4 damage to any target. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put one of those cards into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order.
It's good filtering.
It is good filtering, but it's 5 mana. Just to answer Sock's question in the chat, it doesn't exactly mill them, because you discard on your own cleanup step. But yes, if your hand is full of lands and you don't have a good way, for example, a Reliquary Tale that I talked about last Friday, if you don't have a good way of having a maximum hand size or of like getting rid of a lot of cards quickly, then yes, you would have to discard a lot of those cards that you just put into your hand with Upheaval. It's not a nice social card.
It's not.
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of non-social cards at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah.
What about, I know this is a creature, but dual custom mage?
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually thinking about that. So it's 1 red for a creature, human wizard. It's a 2/2. It's got flash, which is quite good. And when it enters the battlefield, copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. I like it.
Yes, very good.
Yay, finally! Contributed.
Literally can't be unbanned now, surely. I'm just gonna look this up.
Oh,
Because
we're just still upset about that.
I'm super upset about this otter being banned. I want the otter to be...
Ruth, how close are we at the moment?
What, in terms of cards?
Yeah.
Currently on 68, but that's including like the lands, but not including like basic lands. In terms of actual factual cards, that aren't lands. I've got to do a bit of maths here. Oh, the mana base is 10. Oh, it's 58.
Not too bad.
That's not including the cards you put in the different filters below.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah,
because
'cause
that
main-
number was going
No,
down. then.
main deck is 68,
Okay,
here.
yeah.
and then mana base is 10 cards.
Okay, yeah.
So, is Loot Tree actually banned? Because it's coming up.
Yes, it's banned.
It's still banned.
It's banned. It's just banned. Yeah. It shouldn't be, but it is.
Yeah, so I have to talk about our otter friend here. Because I was heartbroken when this happened. But I understand. I understand why.
With the companion rule change.
Yeah, that's what I'm
just
thinking.
like.
It's a 6
But
mana.
then again,
it's a 6 mana dual caster mage. So it's
it's a free card in every
Yeah, I know,
Izzet deck.
I
That's the
know.
problem.
Why does it have to be an otter?
Because it's an otter.
Why?
Just because, don't question it, it's magic.
No, but why did it have to be an otter? If it was anything else, I wouldn't care. I have to explain. Otters are like my favorite animal. So, Loot Tree the Spell Chaser is one Izzet for a 3/2 legendary elemental otter. It has Companion. So Companion is a mechanic that got introduced in Ikoria. So it starts in a zone outside of the deck, called Companion Zone. Kind of differentiate it from the command zone. And if you meet only if you meet the Companion Clause. The Companion Clause for Loot Tree says each non-land card in your starting deck has a different name. Paul, please explain what Commander is.
Commander?
I mean, companion.
No. Explain what Commander is. What is this format?
Yeah, it's a 100-card singleton.
What does Singleton mean?
You can only have one copy of any one card apart from basic lands, unless the card itself says you can have more than one copy in your deck, or more than 4.
And what does what makes a card different from another?
Its name.
Exactly. So let's put this all together. Every Commander deck that is blue and red can have Loot Tree as its companion.
There's
That's
one,
why it's banned.
but there's one that wouldn't.
Okay, if you're playing Persistent Petitioners or Seven Dwarves, you could not run Loot Tree.
That's it.
That's it. I'm so upset. Because, yeah, alright. So we can't actually use Loot Tree because it was actually banned before it was released. That's insane, but I understand why. Sad. Not even a good card, it's just...
An okay card.
Just this cute otter. How dare you take my otter son away from me? Alright, I'm finished.
Can we add another? I've got another X bar for us to add.
Hmm?
Red Sun Zenith.
Yes.
Ooh. Red Sun's Enith. I don't know why I said Red Sun's Enith. It's Red Sun's Zenith. Come on.
Because you did.
Because
And you could.
because my brain is firing on all cylinders about this otter. Yo,
I'm just laughing at infinite combo we've just chucked in there by accident.
please explain.
Oh,
Odd Ricochet twin cast.
You need to have something on the stack.
Yes. Something else in the stack,
That's an infinite. Like any of your any of your copy spells would have that.
I was searching for something else and came across it, that's all.
Yeah, any of your copy spells, if they copy another copy spell, will do an infinite loop. It doesn't do anything unless you have Ral on the board.
Or, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so Red Sun Zenith is X and red for a sorcery, deals X damage to any target, including players. If a creature dealt damage this way would die this turn, exile it instead, and then shuffle it into its own library. So it's a repeatable X spell.
Banish it to the Shadow Realm.
Be gone.
To the Shadow Realm.
Lutri somehow made it into the deck. Go away.
Just slide him in on the casual.
I didn't even mean to.
And then down low, slide him in, slide him in.
Yeah, right.
I've come across another couple of cards that are could be useful.
Before we
Another little combo.
What?
I was gonna say there's another infinite combo that Meredith told me before. Kiki Jiki and
I'm not. No.
No.
Meredith, White. No.
We don't need Kiki. We don't need Kiki.
That's not how we win. Like you could in the colours that we're working with put Kiki Jiki and Deceiver Exarch in here, or Splinter Twin, or Imperial Recruiter, or so on and so forth. But why? You could do that in any blue-red deck.
We were just discussing cards at the time, Ruth.
Okay. Well,
I just had to mention it because it was good. Sorry.
It's good. The problem is it's too good, actually.
Rudes.
Yo.
Can we at some point have a talk about Ignite Memories and the Pro Tour with it?
Oh, yes. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
It's a pretty good Storm card.
It's pretty good Storm if you're lucky.
Yes, or you're Patrick Chapin.
No, Patrick Chapin failed. It was Gabriel on the sea. Yeah, Gabriel on the sea lost it. So
that was the joke.
Yeah. No, that's what I say. If you're lucky. So Ignite Memories is 4 and a red for a sorcery. Target player reveals a card at random from their hand. Ignite Memories deals damage to that player equal to that card's converted mana cost, and it has Storm. So.
Rude. Can you pull the clip up on YouTube or not?
I can try and find it. What I'll do is I'll have a look for it during the break.
Do you want to have a look now?
No, it's fine. I'll find it during the break and set it up. But it's a hell of a thing. Because the probability is something like 10% that Gabriel makes it through.
Yes.
Right, so I've got some cards here that I haven't classified yet. I've added another section for card draw / selection. Which are not strictly Storm Enablers. Like, Storm Enablers are the things that you want to cast when you're storming off.
Selection allows us to mold a hand to what we need to
Yeah,
be.
and also sometimes you just cast them to get your storm count up.
Yes.
So like Dig Through Time is a card selection. Firemind's Foresight is a card selection. Brainstorm. Yeah, that kind of thing. Fever Visions, technically. I know you don't like it, but
yeah.
Risk Factor is actually a damage spell. I mean, what would be funny is if you had like Risk Factor with 1,000 Year Storm on like 5.
That would be impressive.
It would be impressive. I'd like to see it happen. I don't think it's going to happen, but Rel Izzet Viceroy. I'm actually going to put that as primarily card selection. Like even though it's got other modes, like it can deal damage and it's got the emblem. Like primarily, you're going to be using it to dig through your deck. I think. I could be wrong.
No, you've pretty much summed it up there.
Serum Visions, yeah. I already made the joke, so I don't have to do it again.
Can we play Pond and Preordain, please?
maybe.
I'd rather have Ponder than Serum Visions. I can't lie.
So let's.
But
talk...
I think all.
In fact, let's talk about these. So, Ponder is a single blue for a sorcery. It says, look at the top 3 cards of your library, then put them back in any order. You may shuffle your library, draw a card. So let's talk about Ponder. Is it a good card and why?
I think Ponder is a great card.
Why do you think Ponder's a great card?
You look at 3.
Yep.
Your first 3 no good. You shuffle. You draw. The draw. You get in. You get to draw again. It gets better when you have other shuffle effects. So you can look at the 3, probably find 1 or 2 you want and don't want the 3rd. Put the 3rd at the bottom. Draw the best of the 3. Potentially draw
Well, you
the
don't
next
put
best
you
and
don't put
then
the 3rd
shuffle
at the bottom,
afterwards.
but you shuffle. Yeah, you shuffle after 2.
Yeah.
How many shuffle effects do we have? Not a whole lot.
Not at the moment. I just think.
I mean, that can change.
Yeah,
Alright, I mean,
I just think
There's
it's,
nothing
at
wrong
the very
with
least,
running
it's a
both.
storm count.
There's nothing wrong with running both.
No, no, I'm saying if it was me, I'd run Ponder, Preordain, Down Visions, probably.
Well, here's the thing: we can like overload this deck and then take cards out afterwards.
Yeah, because I would run Thought Scour as well because we have got Underworld Breach. We can milling us up isn't a problem.
Yeah.
Then we can play stuff like Desperate Rituals and Faithless Looting too.
Desperate Ritual we've already got.
No, Desperate Ravings.
Oh, Desperate Ravings. Yeah. Faithless Looting. Stop me if I'm going too fast, chat, by the way.
Looting is banned in Modern for a reason.
Yeah, because it enables nasty
it gives you
things
too much card selection.
Yeah.
It gives you too much card selection from your graveyard.
Yeah. And Modern is pretty much all about your graveyard at this point.
Yes. Also, what the other reason I suggested those is we've now loaded our 1 mana and some of the 3 mana slots for the Firemind's Insight.
Can I just talk about Hogak for a minute? This has got nothing to. This has got nothing to do with EDH. So allow me.
The card is not good. The card is not good in Commander.
No, the card. Well, the card is fair in Commander. Like if you saw the game
fair.
notes, like if you saw the game notes,
fair.
it did things. But
it's fair.
Fair, yes. There was so I have to bring up Hogak to talk about him. Oh, he's not blue or red.
If he was, he'd be even more
so he's 5 Golgari, so 5 and then 2 either black or green. For an 8/8 legendary avatar. You can't spend mana to cast this spell. That sounds weird. How do I cast him, or how do I get him out? He's got 2 keywords on him: Oak and Delve. Each creature you tap while casting the spell pays for 1 or 1 mana of that spell's creature color. Each card you exile from your graveyard pays for 1. This 8/8 beastie. So you may cast him from your graveyard, and he has trample. That's fair. There was a time where Hogak dominated Modern to the point that people were mainboarding Leyline of the Void.
Oh yeah, Pro Tour where it was, I think it's 80% of decks had mainboard and Leyline in the top 8.
And also, the Hogak decks were running Leyline of the Void.
Just to stop other opposing Hogak.
Yeah, I know, right? And I'm so glad that I wasn't playing Modern then, because I would have quit.
I think the thing that pushes it over the top is the fact you can cast it from the graveyard. If you couldn't cast it from your graveyard,
then you just get rid of
it.
Because it's got no evasion.
No, wouldn't. But if you couldn't cast it in the graveyard, it wouldn't. So things like Faith Solution were milling your own deck as quickly as possible to put things in the graveyard to delve away.
Also, you couldn't use Alter the Brew to mill your opponent out, or mill yourself, actually.
No.
Yeah.
Like Alter Dementia as well.
This design, Alter Dementia is what I meant, not. Yeah, this card was a mistake.
Printed Modern Horizons, it got banned within within 4 months.
Something like that. I mean, it made for entertaining Twitter. Not gonna lie.
That's true. That is very
For
true.
everyone who was not playing modern, yeah, it made for a very entertaining Twitter back and forth. Wraths and board games. Because you need a couple of wraths. I almost swore that. Didn't mean to actually that time. Worst part.
You did.
Oh, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. So we've got Mizium,
Mortars.
and Storm's Wrath.
And Storm's Wrath.
And that's about it. Ugin's... I'm not high on Ugin's Insight anymore. Not with this current build.
No, I agree. We could also look at, is it Rolling Earthquake? As a big X spell and board clear.
Yeah, I was
Excellent red
thinking
for a
along those
sorcery.
lines.
Deals X damage. Deals. Oh, I'm losing energy fast.
X
Rolling-
damage to each creature without horsemanship.
And each player. X and a red for a sorcery. Rolling Earthquake deals X damage to each creature without horsemanship and each player. Cool.
I think it gives us. It's also. I would. It's, for me, it's more of a board clear than a win con. It doubles up as a potential win
I'm
con.
putting it as X spells.
Yeah. So yeah, this is.
You
This
do
is
have
one
to
of
be a bit careful though, that you don't
This is
just
one of the-
kill yourself.
This is what. Why I was suggesting Aether of Flux Reservoir as well. Keep our life total above the things that allow us
Everyone
to kill the
else's, yeah.
table.
And then we just got like straight removal. So what I like to have is usually like 7 or 8 sections. Like things can cross-pollinate, but just broadly, I like to have like 7 or 8 different sections because it keeps it nice and tight.
Right, I'm just gonna go. Let me go and close the French windows quickly.
Sure. So Chaos Warp is definitely removal. That's about
And
it.
you said this.
Huh?
Breeze not on planet Earth at the moment.
No, I'm here. I'm just off camera.
Just disappeared. That's fine.
Is it gone now?
I'm coming back from the floor, so I'm having a blast over here.
Okay, so this is where we're at the moment. We've got some cards that don't
Yeah.
neatly fit. I guess God Eternal does. I wouldn't even call it a Storm Enabler because you have to kind of.
It's a May. You don't have
Manipulate.
to cast them. It's a May cast them.
Yeah, it's
It's a May cast. You can cast your card draw spells twice,
I guess.
or twice in a turn.
I think he's more just a utility than anything else. He doesn't have a.
Oh, I
particular
agree.
role. Chandra Torch of Defiance. What are we calling this?
Putting it ramp. We're using it for we're using her for a +1. Add red mana. That's generally what we're using her for.
Yeah.
Or
so-
card advantage.
So like Melek is obviously the commander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no special
Like
block.
like the rest of these are just utility cards, to be honest, right? So like Nimbus Rune is a big beat stick.
Yeah.
Sphinx of the Final Word stops everything from being countered.
Yep.
Hypersonic Dragon means we can win on other people's turns.
Mm-hmm.
Also is a big beat stick. Yeah. God Eternal Kefnet, big beat stick in the air, also makes our things cheaper.
And hard to.
Risk factor is funny. And also, like, I'm not allowed to remove it.
Well, obviously you can, but
No, this is your deck. You've got to
To
live
be
with this.
fair, we should probably ask her if there's odds.
Like,
So-
it's is there anything that you actively want in this deck? Like, this is your deck. Is there anything that you want us to put in?
Oh,
Speak, Rhiannon.
I mean, other than like, I know you guys will hate me, but I do love Fevered Visions as a card. Wait, no.
We've kept it in
Yeah.
here.
I know.
We've kept it in here, and I've actually put it under card draw.
Don't you dare remove or something.
2v2 vote, because you guys didn't like it, and I actually saved it because I like that card. And then
I'm honestly fine for you guys to do whatever you want, as long as I get to keep Fever Visions, Kefnet, and I mean, I want to say the Locust God, but like it could be.
I mean, we actually said yes to the Locust God because it creates a bunch of 1/1s of flying.
Yeah, it gave us, especially if we're going to be, we've got a number of card draw spells as well, so therefore it's incremental value, and it's also got looting on it.
Yeah,
it's the looting that really pushes it over the top, and the fact it's hard to remove because it's a god.
The only one that I'm umming about in this particular section of the card draw section right now is Ugin's Insight, because unless we have either Melek or Sphinx of the Final Word out, it doesn't really excite me. For 5 mana.
Yeah,
Get rid
we said at the time we were going to leave it in and most likely cut, depending on the CMC of permanents we ended up playing. I'd personally replace it with an Impulse.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. Get rid of it.
It's 5 mana. That's the problem.
Roots, is there a way on this beautiful deck that to work out the colour percentage?
Yes.
You love questions like this, don't you?
Yes, you're making it easy for me to figure this out. Details. Here we are. So it's 55 red, 45 blue.
Can we look at Intuition as a card?
I don't know, can we?
It's a very expensive card. That's why it probably won't make the cut because of the cost of it more than anything
2 in
else.
a blue. For an instant, search your library for 3 cards and reveal them. Target opponent chooses one, put that card into your hand, the rest into your graveyard, then shuffle your library. This would cost 1 blue black if it was printed today.
Yes, it would, and it would be a sorcery, not an instant.
Yep, sure would.
But this is a card that Rhiannon might have in her dad's old stuff, so it might not cost her anything.
I mean, having to go through all of it again. To be fair, I've got the box right here.
This is a thing. It's a $90 card because it's good. The fact that if you've got the right pieces in play, you can cast an Intuition, and it doesn't matter what they put in your hand. You can cast the things from your graveyard because you've got, say, Underworld Breach or Passing Flames, or Mystical Mastery, and you can just it doesn't matter. I'm still going to be able to use the card you've put in my graveyard.
Yeah, you get
or
3
the card
cards.
you put in my graveyard. The other card that really caught my attention so far, though, is Mystic Retrieval.
So Mystic Retrieval, 3 in blue for a sorcery. Return target instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard to your hand. And it has flashback for 2 in a red. I would just like to point out to people in the chat who may not know, you can't use Mystic Retrieval to retrieve itself because it's no longer in the graveyard if you cast it with flashback.
It's true.
It's on the stack.
Very true.
People actually tried that.
Yes,
It-
they did.
well-
When Fast Track was so.
Yeah, it's not so much it's not so much I've seen people try it. It's that the question has been asked. That's not removed.
It's recursion. If I'm being honest, I'm looking at potentially cutting Auramancer for the Mystic Retrieval.
Yeah. Oh, because it's a sorcery rather than a body.
Yeah, yes, and that's the only reason. But also, isn't Auramancer double blue?
Yes. I
Whereas
suppose.
this is
Yeah.
only single blue.
Yeah. All right.
So it's the same effect, just in a slightly different way of doing it.
And essentially, you cast it twice.
I'm gonna.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna cut these. Like, none of these actually advance us towards our goal here.
Can we keep the ogre? The ogre's really good.
Fine.
I think
I'm gonna cut the 2 dragons though.
the ogre can give us a massive storm turn,
Hold on.
especially
Yeah.
with
Hold
reservoir
on.
and play.
What was that squeak for?
Yeah. You could get rid of the 2 dragons. That the Drake and the other
No,
one.
No,
the
the two Niv Mizzets.
the original 2 Niv Mythics.
Not the ones that were in the deck originally, you twit.
Well, one
You
of them
put
was
the
in the
other
deck.
2 in.
Yeah. Niv Mizzet Perun's sticking around. Because in fact, that actually counts as card draw. We're thinking about it.
Yeah.
It just hurts people and is also a big beater.
Because that one's the 5/5, isn't it?
5/5 and flying.
Can't be countered.
Right, gentlemen, I think we're almost on land.
I actually think we need to start thinking about cutting things as well.
I reckon
Do the lands first and then go into cutting. Because then at least when we cut, if we cut too many, we can always replace it with something.
Well, I think the first question is how many lands do we want to run?
It
I'm
depends what our
advocating
CMC is, really.
That's
just
what I
like
mean.
full.
So let me analyze and save. Details. So we've got 57 red mana symbols to 47 blue mana symbols.
You're looking at a 40-60 split, really.
Something like that, yeah. So let's have a look at what we've currently got. Oh, we're going to be done by 10 o'clock.
What? I thought we were going to cut Auramancer and replace it with Mystic Retrieval.
I thought I did that.
There you go.
There we go. Whatever. So that cuts 2 blue symbols. Doesn't really
Yeah.
change the...
Get
No.
there eventually.
Oh, whoa, you've got Underworld Breach in X spells.
Have I?
Yeah.
How did that make it? That's meant to be in recursion.
Yeah. There you go.
So, mana base. So, blue,
Vantress
blue.
stays.
Huh?
Vantress stays.
Yeah, Vantress stays. That's just a fine card anyway. Blue. Command tower, yes. Just look Lighthouse.
It's a loot.
Here's a loot. Fable Passage is shuffle.
Yep.
Shivan Reef, sure. Sulphur Falls,
Yeah.
sure. Swiftwater Cliffs, it's a tap land, but whatever.
We can afford a couple of those.
Yeah, like I'm not super super down on that. Sky Reach Sanitarium. I'm almost
Again,
thinking. I'm almost thinking we cut it.
yeah, could do.
Like I'm. Even though this is only a 2-color deck, I'm kind of scared about having colorless lands. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
No, I can see where you're coming from.
I know. I'll leave it there for now. But we definitely need some red sources.
Okay, so I came across a number of lands when I was doing some research, which I think would be quite good for us.
Okay.
Steam vents being one.
I mean, obviously that's not part of your. Hold on. That's not
No.
part of your research. You just know that that's a card.
Actually, I've researched the price. It's $12.50 in dollars. Then the other one, there's two more. Cascade Bluffs.
Yep.
And the other one that really took me
Filter.
was Dwarven Ruins.
Dwarven Ruins. Taps red or sack for red. What I would like to be able to filter here is juicing. I wonder what happens if I do it as red lands. It does the thing.
We could use something called Mana Base Crafter as well, which is a good place for finding lands.
Yeah, actually, let's use that. Let's use a multitude of tools. So mana base crafter. So let's find this. Okay. So we have Melek. How weird.
Yes, I think we should play Volcanic Island.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just a casual like £300 card. Wait, more than that.
£300.
It's about 350 now.
Right.
This is making me as a budget player just itch. Yeah, look, $700. Damaged 350.
Right. Back to
actual
building these
back to
decks.
actual things. So let's say $20, just to give us something to work with. Yeah.
Yeah, most lands will fit under that quite comfortably.
So we've got Grixis Panorama. I don't think we actually need to play the panoramas.
No, I don't think we do.
Bad River might work. And Floodplain. They come into play taps,
Possibly.
but they're like fetch lands, right?
They're slow fetches.
They're slow fetches, but could be worse.
Possibly. Let's see, because at some point
And
I just play Basic Mountains.
They're also a shuffle effect.
That's true, but I don't know how many shuffle effects we need. We need to work that out.
Yeah. So we've got Cascade Bluffs. Deserts. We care about deserts? I don't think we care about deserts.
I didn't see any that I was particularly excited in.
Maybe It Nip, but
I mean, I'm not really keen on the deserts.
that's fair. Scavenger Grounds might be good just as like a free graveyard hate.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Scavenger Grounds. So tap it to add colorless to your mana pool, or pay 2 and tap and sacrifice a desert to exile all cards from all graveyards. I don't know how.
But then that means you'd have to play a single desert just to activate that.
It's a desert.
Oh, so you sacrifice it itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's generally how it's used.
I've already ranted about Karoos.
You do. We've already talked about the fast lands.
Yep. Extra mana. When it Scorched Ruins, when it comes into play, sacrifice 2 untapped lands or bury Scorched Ruins and tap to add.
Only adds color mana.
Huh?
Only adds colorless mana.
Exactly. It's good in Eldrazi decks, and that's about it.
Same with the power plants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Things.
other lands.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah,
playing Tron today.
No, we don't need Shrine of the Forsaken Gods if we can't play Temple of the False Gods.
Teferi's Isle. Comes into play taps to add blue to your mana pool. Here's the downside, it's got phasing.
Then
So-
no.
No.
It's too slow.
Please don't ask me to explain phase. Actually, oh no, I have to because it's coming up in the core set.
Oh yes, it is.
Stupid, sexy Teferi.
Oh,
Oh,
that's very.
I'm so glad I'm not a judge.
Baloney.
That's for future broods. Let's not do it now.
Yeah,
Let's not do it now.
that's for
This
future.
is for a Friday problem.
Yeah, that's for future me to explain.
Whereas you can spend it when you're drafting or doing a pre-release core set.
Oh, speaking of, actually, I have a thing that I want to talk to you guys about, but I will wait. Fiery Islet.
It's
Tap it.
already in the current build,
It
isn't it?
is not in there.
No.
Should be.
I don't own the card. I don't own a lot of decent cards.
It's an interesting card.
Well, what it allows you to do is draw a card later on when you have a superfluity of mana.
Yes, it does. That's true.
You just crack it later on. This is where this doesn't work.
I think that Apex of Power is coming back. It's just broken it again.
Stop breaking my stream, you. How did
Like it
Moldovan trading post end up in here?
Are we playing Trading Post?
I don't think we are.
No.
Alright, let's check. It's got a giant band across it. How dare you? Alright. Tap lands, no. Sack lands?
Where the Dwarven Ruins came from.
Yeah. Which case... No, we don't even want to do that. Maybe Silver Lunite Temple? It's the same thing, but for blue.
Yeah. I don't know how much double blue we need, though.
That is fair, alright. Caldera Lake? It's a pain tap land.
Yeah. It does. It comes in tap for 1 turn. It doesn't come in tapped after that. It's fine after that.
Yeah,
It also,
alright. But if we're
taps
gonna do
to-
that, we might as well have like
Power
Highland
armors.
Lake and is it
that's
Gilgate?
true. That's
that,
true.
That's strictly better. Well,
That's
it's
true.
not strictly better, but it's better.
Hmm.
Sorry, I caught myself there. Mystic Sanctuary. That's the thing that we need.
And Halimar decks we need as well.
So Mystic Sanctuary came out in
Throne of Eldraine, and it's a common.
yeah. Why don't you have a Mystic Sanctuary?
We had this on Friday.
I know. I'm rehashing a joke. I'm sorry.
Just not saying anything for that.
Okay.
I think we need a Halimar depths. I really do.
I'm fair. Yeah. That seems fair. Don't think we care about any of those.
Nope. We could play Emergent Zone though. I have a
Kazuva.
things it comes in tapped.
I'm just thinking shove Dark Depths in. Oh.
No, this is a 2020 that doesn't win you the game on 1 turn. It takes you 6 turns to kill the table. I guarantee you one of them will have an exile effect for it.
Yeah, or just a bounce effect.
Yeah.
I have to explain Dark Depths. So.
Hang on,
Yes.
we did Dark Depths on the stream, but
Yeah, we've had Dark Depths before, but yeah. So Dark Depths is a legendary snowland. It doesn't tap for mana. Seems pretty crap.
I love
right?
that.
Yes. So it enters the battlefield with 10 ice counters on it. Pay 3 and remove an ice counter to remove an ice counter from Dark Depths. When it has no ice counters from it, sacrifice it. If you do, create Merit Large, a legendary 2020 black avatar creature token with flying and indestructible. Here's the thing. So there's if a land comes into play. Vesuva wouldn't work with that because it comes into play as a copy of Dark Depths. Thespian Stage would. So Thespian Stage, when it copies Dark Depths, it has no ice counters on it, so the thing immediately triggers. That's why
Vesuva will do the same thing. Because as long as Dark Depths is in play already, it'll copy the card, not the counters.
No, it comes into play as a copy of the land. So
yes, yeah, because it comes in as a copy, not as just
this. Yeah,
it doesn't copy it. I like Emergent Zone. I actually do like Emergent Zone in this deck.
Yeah, that's fair. Just give all your things flash for a turn. You know.
Don't forget basics, boys.
We haven't.
Who needs basics?
In my head, we've got about 20 basics in the deck. Are there any storage? Storage lands.
Yeah. Dwarven Hold might be good.
Yeah.
Because you can just store up for your storm.
Yes.
Same thing for Mercadian Bazaar, except slightly slower, I guess.
In the end, it's exactly the same, I think.
It gets one fewer counters, I guess. I don't know.
Comes into play tapped.
That comes into play tapped.
Yeah,
no, you're right. You're right. It has the same amount. I'm being dumb.
No, you're just looking at it and just misreading and seeing the word upkeep, expecting it to happen the turn it comes into play.
Yeah.
But having any of the is it lockets or the artifacts that give mana?
You mean mana rocks?
Mana rocks. I couldn't think of the word. Thank you. Are you worth it, or is it too slow?
I don't know. Do we care about sand silos as well? And Surprising Cove.
I don't think we care about the blue.
Nah, that's
fine. We could play one and have the three of them.
That's a bit greedy.
To have the two reds and a single blue one.
Yeah. Which one do we care about more then? Sand silos or
Makes no difference. Do the one that
this one,
actually,
because you untap it. And then you can choose, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a subtle strategic difference between the two.
Yes.
It's from Mercadian Masks.
Such a poor set.
The worst set in Magic.
Arabian Nights is pretty bad.
Yeah, but Arabian Nights was like the earliest expansion. Like, it's got an excuse.
That's true. With the, I was going to say Command Beacon, but actually, I don't think it's worth it.
No, I don't think so. Like, if you're casting Melek, you're planning to win the game fairly soon.
Yeah.
I think. Can I just highlight Elephant Graveyard here? Like, this is the perfect example of WotC favouring flavour over function. Tap to add a colourless mana, or tap to regenerate an elephant or mammoth. I love it.
Where's my woolly mammoth? Oh wait, it's in Alara.
Such a dumb card.
Wow.
So we could look at some, say, Forbidden Orchard or...
And again, Hammerheim. Tap to add red to your mana pool, or tap to remove all land walking ability from target creature until end of turn.
Oh, sweet.
Sweet!
Isolated Watchtower might not be too bad. Gives us a scry.
Scry 1, then you may reveal the top card of your library for basic land. Yeah. How far are we going to be behind to get that scry, though?
I'm just saying it's something we could look at. I'm not saying it's good.
Yeah, I'm not super excited by it. Because we have to be behind, and then sometimes we get to scry, and sometimes we get to put a land on. Like, there's so much that has to go right in order to.
Yeah, I agree.
In order for it to be fairly decent. And to be honest, if you're trying to jump through hoops to get fairly decent.
Yes.
Bruce, just scroll back up again for me.
Yo, what are we looking at?
I was just looking at the labyrinth.
Oh, Labyrinth of Scophos. It's a worse version of Mazaveth.
Yeah. Well, it taps mana by itself, which if Maze doesn't.
It does, yeah. You are correct. I was a bit reductionist there, but yeah.
It's a
It was
fun
more
little
I was trying to work out what it was. You were going a semi too quick.
Sorry about that.
But what's Magassi, the Water Veil?
So enter battlefield tapped. Tap it to add blue to your mana pool. Pay blue and tap it. Put a neon counter on it and skip your next turn.
What?
And then tap it and remove a neon counter from Magosi, the Water Veil, and return it to its owner's hand. Take an extra turn off of this one. So it's a time vault on a land.
No.
I don't care.
No. It's too slow.
Yeah. Literally, you're taking a turn off.
Yeah.
Just to get a turn later, which will do nothing because you'll be where everyone else still is.
You'll be a turn behind, and then you sometimes get an extra turn. And if they blow it up, then you've just time walked yourself.
Nivik's Area of the
yes.
Firemind.
So Nivik's Area of the Firemind is a land. It taps to add generic to your mana pool. Pay 2 blue-red. Tap it to exile the top card of your library from and till your next turn you may play that card if it's an instant sorcery. I actually like this. Gives you something to do.
Yeah.
I quite like the one above it as well.
Hold on. What? Moonring Island. So.
I don't think we're going to try that many blue permanents.
Yeah.
It's fetchable though. It's an island.
Fetchable. Let me find Nivix. So this is from Guildpact. Yeah. I was trying to remember the
set symbol.
Let me finish my own sentences.
Bump. If a borrow bounced another land, it's very, very good with Mystic Sanctuary.
It would be dumb.
Yes, it would.
That's the only time that I would maybe care about a Karoo land, but even then I'm not.
Yeah. I think we've exhausted it now. We're now on to basics.
I'm just looking to see if there's anything else that I know we care about. What about Soldavi Excavations? When it comes into play, sack an untapped island or bury it. Sacrifice it.
And then scry one.
Tap to add 1 blue to your mana pool, and pay 1 and tap to scry.
Yeah. Not bad.
It's. I've seen worse value, and what it does, it also gives you fuel for Underworld Breach. You put an island into the bin.
And actually, that would make us at 38 lands with 10 basics of each colour or whatever.
It would, yes. But let's keep digging. Oh, this is great. Teleria. So you tap it to add blue to your mana pool, or you can tap it during your upkeep to remove banding.
Wow.
Banding's such a terrible mechanic. Well, no, here's the thing. It's not even like a terrible mechanic. It's just so complicated.
Yes.
Paul, as I recently minted Rules Advisor.
I don't know banding. I don't have no.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and explain banding on the stream.
Please don't.
Whenever one or more creatures with banding and up to one creature without banding attack, they can attack as a band, which basically means they attack as a group. They are blocked as a band, and the attacking player, rather than the blocking player, assigns combat damage.
Hmm.
If a group blocks as a band, it's pretty much the same as just... no, sorry. The blocking player gets to assign combat damage rather than the attacker.
It's not overly complicated.
It's not overly complicated, but it's still a pain in the backside.
It is.
Why did I try that? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Could we look at
Can we put
Forbidden
Valakut
Orchard?
in?
We're not playing Scape Shift.
I know we're not.
Could we look at something like Forbidden Orchard and for
Yes, yes, we can. We can look at Exotic or Forbidden Orchard. Might as well put that in there.
Yeah.
So Exotic Orchard taps for 1 mana of any colour that land an opponent controls could produce. Sure.
It's not so good as Forbidden Orchard. Forbidden Orchard is the better of the two.
Yeah. So Forbidden Orchard says, tap to add 1 mana of any colour. Whenever you tap it for mana, target opponent creates a 1/1 colourless spirit.
Right.
What else are we looking at here?
What about like anything under 30? Would that be basically just the same, or?
Say again, sorry?
I'm just saying, like, is there any sort of lands like under 30, like jewels or?
We can check that in a second, I think. Yeah. Henge of Ramos is terrible.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Mana Confluence, sure.
It's
Alright.
a £20 card.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm a budget player, I don't know this. Alright, Reflecting Pool?
I like it's again. It's probably about £15, but it's a good card.
I'll tell you what, we'll take a quick break, and I'll have a quick look at the costs of those, and we'll have a quick chit chat. And when we come back, I guess we'll finish up because we're very close to finishing this up.
We are.
So we'll be back soon. everyone. And we are back. Sorry for the slightly prolonged break. We had something that we needed to discuss in the break. I'm not going to announce it now, but we've got something that we might be doing. That's all I'm going to say.
Excuse me.
Just before we go any further, I've just spotted Ascanter is here. Do we want to search for Ascanter?
Yes, because it also we can put things in the graveyard to fuel.
Yeah, so
Underworld
let me shrink that for the moment. Don't.
Ooh.
There we go. Right. So search for Ascanter is an enchantment. 1 the blue. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may put it into your graveyard. Then, if you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, you may transform it. And it transforms into Ascanter, the Sunken Ruin, which taps for blue, and 2 in a blue, and tap it. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature non-land card from among them, and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. I think we like that. I like jamming this in any non-creature based deck, to be honest.
Yes.
Right.
Even creature
discussed
based is
the,
not so bad.
Yeah. What's up?
The number of cards and monetary value, etc.
I mean, search would have pushed it slightly over what I'm about to say, but I think we're okay with that. So,
I think we've really got the cards, so I'm happy.
yeah. So, I did a quick bit of maths during the break, and as it turns out, the upgrades that we've done so far come to a total of around about 190. Well, it comes to $194.83. We said at the start of the stream that we were going to be trying to keep to $200. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Bonus.
You know.
Rude.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just looking at. There's a couple of other cards we could look at adding in a moment when we get to a point. Don't let me forget about them, please.
Well, I would actually like to start, trimming the deck down. The reason why I would like to start trimming the deck down is because we have 93 cards in the main.
How many lands?
Where's the mana base?
We haven't had a basis in yet, have we?
No, we haven't. So we've got 93 lands, and we have in our mana base 24.
Okay, so ideally, I'd like to be at 36 probably, so 12 basics.
Yeah. So
I'll
93
go,
plus 12 is 105, so we need to cut 5 cards.
Yeah, and in terms of bases, I'd go for a 7-5 split.
Yeah, red to blue, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to do that now, Rude, and then we can start cutting.
Yep. Mountain. This mountain.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yes.
I asked the guys earlier, what sort of power level do you think this deck will be?
It's going to depend on the pod a lot of the time. Because if anything in there allows you to draw lots of cards, you're going to be quite high up. So you're looking at least 6, 7, pushing 8. But then if you don't have an easy way of storming out, you're looking at a 5. If that makes sense. It's gonna need a little bit of tuning to a meta, as every storm deck does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The average like 6.5, 7.
Yeah. The problem with Storm is it's very awkward if you don't get a good start.
Yeah, it's very it's not a glass cannon deck, but it's very fragile.
You can just fail to draw anything that actually does anything.
Yeah, well, we're not running, apart from Farmind's Foresight. Farmind's Insight. We're not running any tutors.
We're running 2 tutors because we also wedged in Impulse.
Oh yeah,
Intuition. Sorry.
Intuition, yeah. Because like you could run something like mystical tutor and personal tutor as well. But
You could do. Gamble.
That's my later stage
Gamble
when my budget isn't $200.
yeah. But like we could easily cut the intuition out and replace that with other things and keep the cost even lower. Because
Exactly.
intuition is like $90. That's a big chunk of it on one card.
Yeah. $75 on Card Kingdom.
Oh, that's not too
yeah,
bad.
but still.
It's still nearly a third of your budget.
Yeah, it's a third of the budget. Yeah.
Fun.
Because there's an argument we could just run Treasure Cruise as well.
I thought we put interest.
That's
Why did we not put
the
interest?
delve one to draw 3 cards, isn't it?
What's up?
I was just saying it's the card that's the delve that draws a few cards, isn't it?
Yeah, it draws through. It's an ancestral recall if you bin some of your graveyard.
Yeah.
I'd rather run that, to be honest, because you have
As in
enough
pulse?
things. You have enough things that actually care about card draw that it's actually worth it.
Yeah.
We're meant to be cutting cards, not adding them.
So no, we've swapped the card out. Are we taking the intuition out, aren't we?
Yeah, all right.
I would, just because of cost, and it'll give us a little bit of leeway.
Yeah. So I think for me now, we need to look
I don't know
at
where I put it. It's gone somewhere, and I don't know where it's gone.
What, intuition?
No, intuition's gone. It didn't go on card. Did it go to the main deck?
Intuition's there. It's just
Hiding.
hiding somewhere. I'll find it. Ah, there it is. How did it end up there? All right.
Don't know.
There we go.
So I think for me now, I want to. Can we break down the cards by their CMC?
Yes, we can.
I just think we need to look at probably some of the higher end CMC cards, and those are the ones to cut first.
Yeah. Group them by. Let's see. Well, do we want to? Are we happy with how many cards we've got in sort of each section?
I personally think we need a couple more removal spells or bounce effects.
Yeah.
I personally think we should be running something like Chain of Vapor. And
So
probably
for now, just add the cards in. We can always remove once everything's in.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably want to look at Rift as well.
Yeah. Although I'm actually going to put that under
It's a board wipe.
Wrath/board clears, even though it can be a single target removal. 9 times out of 10, you want it as a Wrath.
But our 2 removal cells are universal removal cells. Our bounce or shuffle anything in, apart from lands.
Yeah, which is fine.
So therefore, that's exactly what we need. We need things that can do more than one thing.
Yep. Okay, so here's the question: what the hell do we cut? Okay, are we happy with this sort of general?
I possibly think I think we've probably got too many copy spells.
All right, so let's look at those. We're going CMC low to high. So Wild Ricochet is 4 mana.
Yeah, I would. That's all the others cost 2 or 3. I'd cut the Ricochet personally.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything that any of these aren't. Hey, Jinx. We're upgrading a commander deck, and we're actually almost at the end of doing that. But thank you for popping in.
Do we want to cut the Guild Mage?
The Nivix Guild Mage.
No,
it does loot.
That's true. It does loot. If you didn't have the loot,
and worst comes to worst, it is a body.
That's true.
This might just be the limited player in me, but I like having bodies on the field just to get in the way.
Do you want to cut Fork for the cost of it as well?
Yeah.
It's a $20 card.
How many copy effects do we actually need?
Yeah.
Is the question. So, Nivix Guild Mage is a repeatable copy.
That's true.
Like, that's a repeatable copy. Narset's Reversal works really well with the Storm plan that we've got going on.
Yes, it does.
Twincast doesn't do anything special.
It's just another. It's another.
It's another 4.
Increasing vengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not even increasing vengeance because you can't cast it from the bin.
that's true.
Because like Narset's Reversal, you get the Storm copies as well. That's what I'm trying to say. Twincast doesn't really do that. You just get an additional copy. Like
That's
I'd
true.
probably get rid of Twincast and Doublecast.
Yeah.
Because bonus round, like, yes, it triggers, it does everyone, but it happens for the entire turn.
Yeah.
Twincast and Doublecast only do 1.
Yeah.
Anyone else got any thoughts on that?
Go
I'm
for it.
happy with that.
Alrighty. Get out of here. Alright, so we've got 5 copy spells, which is actually fine.
Have we got too many payoff spells?
Okay, so Electrostatic Field is casting an instant or sorcery spell. That's not even really a Storm payoff. I might just put in another section.
Of just damage dealers.
Because these aren't, these are actually separate because they can trigger on like the rituals that we're casting.
Yeah.
Just the random spells that we're casting.
So you've got
Electrostatic Field and
Gutter Snipe
Gutter Snipe.
and Rouse Storm Conduit as well.
No, because he is actually a Storm payoff because of the copy.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So he's not just a straight instant sorcery
No.
payoff. Talrand is a sorcery payoff, instant sorcery payoff.
So is Reservoir.
So's the Reservoir, yeah. Yes, I know it's any spell, but for the purposes of what we're trying to do here. So we've actually got 4 Storm payoffs here, which is Growl.
That's better.
Yeah, that makes more sense now. I just put them in there because... And I think having those 4 in there are fine.
Yeah, I agree. What have we got?
I think we've actually got too many X spells because you don't have a real good way of generating mana.
No, not yet. I would cut the experiment.
I told you.
We said we said we had to
I know, I know, but I still get to say I told you so.
Yeah.
Also, Expansion Explosion counts as a copy spell. I don't know if that...
It's a double purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things that we kind of got to highlight to the viewers is one of the things about Commander is that there is no sideboard.
No.
So you have to have the answers in your deck. Otherwise, you just don't have the answers.
Yeah.
One thing that I'm noting that we are kind of lacking is counterspells.
Don't think we want them. I really don't.
Okay. We have Thassa's Intervention, which I guess does it.
But what we're really wanting is to be able to go off and do things. Things go to the graveyard, and people can counter them. We just go off and go for the Storm Wind afterwards from the graveyard with Underworld Breach, Casting Flames, or...
I'm actually, even though it's an X spell, I'm actually going to put Rolling Earthquake into Wraths.
Yeah.
That's
it's a dual purpose again.
Yeah, it's kind of what you want it to do.
So it's Comet Storm though, isn't it?
Well, Comet Storm, you can just point directly at the face.
That's true. Can we look at the...
Funnily enough, you can cast like Red Sun Zenith for X equals 0 and just get your Storm count up.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why you would want to, but
because if it's your only card in your library and you've got a way of drawing a card,
then you can just
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's our ramp like?
Very weird. I think Mindstone probably disappears at this point.
I think Mindstone needs to become probably Izzet Signet or Arcane.
I was going to say Arcane Signet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go Arcane over.
Yeah.
Izzet at this point, really.
I'm forgetting Arcane exists.
I'm deliberately choosing to ignore that Arcane exists.
It got printed in all the command decks this year.
I know it did. Alright. Like, this actually seems fine.
Yeah,
6 cards
it
worth
does.
of ramp is actually...
Well, I would argue we might want a Soul Ring too.
Yeah, alright. Like,
Adding cards, not taking him out here, Paul.
yeah, but
I
Sol Ring does things. Like, it adds mana.
Soul Ring.
Soul Ring is Soul Ring at the end of the day.
Sol Ring is not a fair card.
Soul Ring, but if you're going in a Storm turn, Soul Ring is a 1 mana and add 1 mana to your mana pool.
I think Soul Ring's in the deck, right? By the look of it.
I've just put it in there. Let's have a talk about Ral Izzet Viceroy. Let's have a talk about him.
His -8 is what you're looking for, really, and at that point,
you're trying to storm off. When you get to -8, you're already trying to storm off.
If we're being really, really harsh, I would cut it.
Yeah, it's 5 mana. Maybe loot a couple of times, or like weird sort of double loot type thing.
Yeah.
And maybe it zaps a thing. Like, I think we can do better.
Yeah.
So this is the part of the deck build where we're just trying to be harsh with ourselves and go, do we actually need this? The mana cost on Niv Mizzet scares me.
I'm not. I have no issue with that. I don't think we have any issue with that.
Okay.
If it was me, I would look at cutting Treasure Cruiser.
Really?
Mm.
It is a very expensive card.
It's not that. It's the fact that
you want the stuff in the graveyard to.
We want stuff in the graveyard.
Yeah.
I don't think we can afford 2 big delve spells.
Okay. Yeah.
I think dig is better. What we're trying to do.
Yeah. All right.
And that's a positive, Rudes. We only have to cut 1 more.
Meh. At the moment. Do any of these do anything? Or not do anything?
Well, Melek does. We can't get rid of risk factor.
I'm not allowed to get rid of risk factor.
If you guys need to, get rid of it.
We're being really hard. Being really horrible.
Go down, Bruce. Go down, and can we go down to 35 lands?
Let's have a look.
You guys really want to get rid of risk factor, don't you?
No.
Just do it.
Just Rhiannon.
So our 1 CMC 8 spell isn't a CMC 8. Isn't going to be cast for 8.
No.
We've got 2 CMC 7 spells.
Sphinx of the Final Word is one of them.
Sphinx is one of them, and the other one's a multicolor one. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, Firemind's Foresight.
Is that 7 mana? I thought it was 5 mana.
No, it's 5. It's 5 blue red.
Okay. I think we can probably ignore this top end.
Yeah. I would also argue we should probably try and squeeze a Baral in there as well.
If we're squeezing Baral in there, we're not going down to 35 lands.
No, that's what I'm going to say. Is if we want to squeeze a Baral in as a ramp thing.
Yeah. All right.
In all honesty, how much would Fever Visions actually do in this deck?
For me, not enough.
Nah, you're okay. All right.
I know I said earlier I want to keep it, but I'm happy if you guys want to cut it.
Like, if we have to, I'd rather do that. Yeah, all right.
It feels horrible, but
it feels horrible, but we kind of got to be brutal with ourselves here. One more card.
I'm alright with it.
You would want to the deck improved.
I just need to find another blue-red deck to play it in.
I mean, there are decks that, like, you probably want to play it with, oh, what thing?
There's lots of things you want to play it with.
Well, I'm thinking.
Owlnan. Then too cool.
Is it that? No.
That's generally black and green.
No. There's an artifact.
What does it do?
Ebony Nail Netsuke. There we go. At the beginning of each player's opponent's upkeep, if that player has 7 or more cards in hand, deals full damage to that player.
To be fair, if you're gonna play, you play a Nekazar.
Yeah. So you play Nekasar, you play Ebony Nail Netsuke, and you play Fever Visions, and you just carry on with your life.
You make your opponents cry all the time.
You make me miserable when I'm playing Zender Split, is what you do.
Yes. Oh, well, look, we haven't even got Windfall in our deck.
We're not playing Windfall. We're not playing Windfall, I don't think. We've got enough. We've got enough card draw and selection that, like, spinning our hand again is not going to do anything.
No, I agree. It's something we could look at down the line, depending on
how the deck plays. Yeah.
Yeah. Because depending on how successful, we could cut mortars here.
I don't want to cut mortars because I don't want to invoke the Wrath of George.
Well, then do we cut the Storm's Wrath?
That's fair.
And that's us at 100 cards.
Because Storm's Wrath actually just straight costs 4, whereas Elysium Mortars count costs for either 2 or 6.
That's true. This is going to add another 2 cards to the deck. Do we want both Fierce Guardianship and Deflecting Swat?
I like the silence right now.
I was just trying to sort out the thing. So Fierce Guardianship is 2 and a blue for an instant. If you control a commander, you may cast the spell without paying its mana cost. Counter target non-creature spell. Don't see any reason.
Yes,
there's no reason why you shouldn't be run that if you're playing a blue commander. And what was the other one? Deflecting Swat.
Yep.
2 and a red. Same clause, 2 in red. I'm not as enthused by this one.
It's a redirect.
It is a redirect.
It's effectively a second counter spell.
Okay, alright.
It's the fact that
well, you just made our lives more awkward.
I'm just saying. No, I'm not saying we have to play them, but I would seriously consider them because they're both very, very powerful effects. And the fact that
if we're doing that, can we? This is going to sound really horrible. Can we cut Hypersonic Dragon and Sphinx of the Last Word? Sphinx of the Final Word.
I would keep the Sphinx.
Okay.
I would possibly cut the Dragon.
All right.
Dragon to go.
Goodbye.
You guys can get rid of Risk Factor if you want to play the other one.
No.
No, we are doing as we're told.
We're playing Risk Factor.
It's a risky deck. It has to have a risk in it.
It makes it your deck. It makes it your deck.
If I'm being completely honest here, I think we could consider cutting Brainstorm.
How many shuffle effects do we have?
So we're not playing many. We
have
few.
1, I think, which is Fable Passage.
Then yeah, Brainstorm probably isn't worth it that much.
No, we talked about Brainstorm last time, didn't we?
We did.
All right. Goodbye.
Gone.
Now, Brainstorm, depending how the deck gets built and added and edited over time, Brainstorm could come back in.
Because if you start putting like fetch lands and stuff in and stuff that can shuffle all the time, then it's more worth doing it.
But again, budget.
Well, let's see what this budget is because we've managed to hit 100 cards that we are kind of happy with. And
because we've taken out 2 of the very expensive cards as well.
We have. We've actually gone down to $339.12. So I'm just going to do a quick bit of maths here because I've got the original deck up in front of me. So the original deck. So the edited deck is $339.12. The original deck was $199.44. So we actually have a total upgrade cost of $139.68.
And what is that in GHP?
British sterling, please.
GHP. GHP. I beg your pardon?
Sterling, please, Rooster boy.
It's late.
In proper money,
The pounds.
in proper money, it's £111.28 at time of broadcast.
That seems pretty reasonable.
That's really good.
There we go. We almost hit the £100 mark that we try and go for.
Yeah, we did. Very, very
Well,
close
we
to
usually try and go for $100, but like we went a little bit over that because that was what our budget was.
but not massively.
No, right.
And but the fact we've cut a couple of cards which are quite expensive. If Rhiannon ever decides she wants to add more to it, and with those,
I probably will do.
there's nothing. But those are cards which are pretty good. I can think of 4 or 5 cards that make the deck. Well, I can think of 7 or 8 cards with a pretty large budget that can push the deck quite a long way.
That gamble.
Gamble's not expensive because it got printed. It got printed.
Oh, it
on
got
the
printed in
market.
M25 or something, didn't it? Oh,
Yeah, it did.
yeah. Or something
Gamble's
like
cheap.
that, yeah.
No, so for me, it would you'd be looking at Lion's Eye Diamond, Wheel of Fortune, Go with Underworld Breach.
He's talking about really expensive cards. Don't worry about it.
Both of them. Neither on the reserve list, but neither have been printed for a long time.
I would say ever.
That's true. But then, if you're going that, you want to probably add Windfall. Windfall is pretty good with that. It allows you to go through your entire deck and cycle through your opponent's decks too. Intuition, cards bonkers.
Yeah, like
Just a
we
few cards for the viewers, Ruth.
Yo, what do you want me to do?
Just a few. We're just naming a few cards that if the viewers want.
All right, well, slow down for me because I'm old and I need it. What do you need?
Should we start with Lion's Eye Diamond?
We've just been naming a few cards here.
Lion's Eye Diamond. So Lion's Eye Diamond is a 0 mana artifact. It got reprinted at Vintage Masters. That'll be why.
It's an online one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's Magic Online, printed in Mirage. So
it's had a From the Vaults printing as well.
Yeah, I'm ignoring that. So 0 mana artifact, and it says sacrifice Lion's Eye Diamond and discard your hand. Add 3 mana of any one color to your mana pool. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast an instant. This is one of the rare occasions that a mana ability has that specification on it. So yeah, you just like bin your hand, get some mana, recasting from your graveyard, be happy.
So the reason I really like this card with Wheel of Fortune or Windfall is that you're going to be discarding. So I like it a lot more with Wheel of Fortune because it means you're drawing 7 anyway. But you're generating them for 3 mana for it immediately, and if you're doing it with Underworld Breach, you're putting cards in your graveyard to be able to exile to play the Lion's Eye Diamond, play the Wheel of Fortune again, and just rinse and repeat. So if you've got enough life and you've got Reservoir in play, you can kill people quite quickly with it, or draw into a very, very
Spiky
stormy graveyard hand. Because eventually, what you want to do with Storm is your graveyard is essentially your hand. Your hand is your graveyard, if that makes sense. Your graveyard is far better for what you're trying to do than what actually you're holding. Because it gives you far more resource.
What's the next one that you want to talk about?
We did Windfall.
Windfall is 2 and a blue for a sorcery. Each player discards their hand, then draws cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player discarded this way. Someone One of my co-hosts did this to me when I was playing Zender Split. Paul.
It wasn't too bad. We all drew 15 cards.
Yes, and you created 45 snakes or whatever.
No. That was when Meredith cast activated Magus of the Wheel the following turn.
Oh, I see. All right. But yes, I was I was trying to dig through my
All
deck.
the blades are getting passed around the table here, boys and girls.
Anyway. So, explain why we're talking about this card.
Just again because we've got Under Our Breach and Mizzix's Mastery and Passing Flames. We don't mind having things in the graveyard. We just need to draw through our deck to get to the right cards. And
Let's just not bin the actual things that we are caring about.
Sometimes putting them in the graveyard is actually safer for them than them being in our hand.
Yeah, that's fair. Because they are vulnerable to hand attack.
Yeah. Or the only downside to it right now is, as we were talking about on Friday, Stranded Magistrate being a real dick of a card.
Let's talk about Stranded Magistrate. I know we talked
again.
About it on Friday. So Stranded Magistrate is 1 and a white for a 1/3 human wizard. Your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands.
This makes Under Our Breach a little bit worse.
A little bit worse. It makes
it unplayable.
It makes it not do anything.
Yeah, but it does exactly the same thing to Passing Flames and Mystical Mastery too.
It basically turns off half of our strategy for winning.
Yeah, but that's why we've got removal spells for him.
Yes.
Because I can clearly call this a man because this is a man.
Yep. It's banned in Brawl.
Yeah, rightly so.
For good reason.
Yeah. Any other cards you want to talk about quickly?
I can't think of anything else off my head that
Okay.
would really push the deck over the top.
Alrighty, so that is going to be it for us deck building today. When the VODs come out on YouTube, I will be putting the deck lists, both the starting deck list and what our upgrade path was, in the description. So look forward to that. And just before we finish, just gonna see if I can hook this up, because this is what we were talking about earlier with Past in Flames. This is why Storm sometimes doesn't work. Let's see if I can.
Can I just say this is going to be poor. This is Wizard. This is going to be a poor video quality. This is like 2006.
This is going to be. This is not going to be good.
Wasn't enough pressure on next turn.
Hopefully that's coming through.
There is looming doom.
I can't hear it, Rude.
I might need to put it through to.
Hardfire you?
So here we've got.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I will. I'll pause that for the moment, and I will sort out the audio. I don't know how the hell I'm going to do that.
Why doesn't?
Oh, I've got an idea.
The...
No, I've got an idea. So I need to put this through to be 1. No, that's the speech. I need to put that through to be 2, and put me through to be 2. And then I need to route that. Basically, I'm doing a lot of audio things. Don't worry about it. So you should still be able to hear me. Can everyone hear me?
Hear you. Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. And you should, in theory, be able to hear this.
Yep, we can.
That is quite loud. Give me a second. So what's happening here? This is the finals of Worlds.
It's a winning in for top 8.
Winning in for top 8. And they're both playing pretty much the same deck. They're both playing Dragonstorm.
Oh, Paragon Storm. That's a great card.
Yeah, so basically the goal is to storm up to 4 copies of Dragonstorm, which is a card that says search your library for a dragon, put it into play, and it's got Storm in it. So you want to cast 4 copies of that, get 4 copies of Hellkite.
I believe, yeah, Bugger and Hellkite.
Bugger
Deal
and
22
Hellkite,
points face.
which deals 5 damage, is it, to face?
5 damage for a split, I believe. But yeah, 5 damage.
5 damage to face. So you get 4 of those out, you do 20 damage to face, you win. That's essentially what's happening. It's got a couple of others kind of win cons, and we're actually going to see one here between Gabriel Nassif and Patrick Chapin. So Grape Shot brings Gabriel down to 11. So Gabriel Nassif is down to 11. In Gabriel Nassif's hand is a Grape Shot, which so the text on the cards is irrelevant.
CMC is relevant here.
CMC is relevant. So he's got a Grape Shot. He's got his own Dragonstorm, which is CMC 5. And there's a 2-mana one which I can't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, can I? They will show us.
Yeah, we'll see. So Ignite Memories says, yeah, sorry. It's Ignite Memories, Grape Shot, and something else. And Ignite Memories,
yes,
we talked about earlier, deals damage equal to CMC of the reveal card at random. And there's 5 copies of this on the stack. If Patrick Chapin hits the Ignite Memories, there is no out for Gabriel Nassif because he's on 9. So 5 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 is 9. Like, if he ever hits the Ignite Memories, Nassif dies. Nassif loses.
Yeah.
If Chapin hits the 2-mana spell more than 3 times, Nassif is out because 2 + 2 + 2 + 2 + 1 is 9. So let's see how this all shakes out. These guys are friends, by the way. Like they've worked.
They built this deck together.
They worked on this deck together, which is the. Here we go. And it's all randomized. How much money is on the line here? So hits Grape Shot.
I don't know.
So Grape Shot is So Grape Shot is 2 CMC. Okay, so he's hit 1, 2. Grape Shot. So that's two out of the 3 hits that he can have. 3. This has got to be so tense for Nassif here. Grape Shot. So now he can only hit the 1 CMC spell. Yeah, as Nassif said, he's got a 1 in 9 chance of winning this. Rite of Flame. So he's now gone from like a 10% chance to a 1 in 3. you got to flip it. Great. And then Nassif, he's got 1 life left. Yeah.
That's basically just pure luck.
That was so lucky. Yeah, it's not quite over. We're just doing a little bonus thing for your sock. we were analysing this this great moment. Yeah, he dies. 2 8s and a 9, that kills him no matter how many times. Yeah. Okay. Alright, enough of that.
Innovator dying.
But, you know, that was something.
It was one of the first things I saw when I first started playing Magic.
Mm. And it's that kind of thing that draws you into Magic, I think.
Yeah.
Rhea Meredith. I hope that came through, because otherwise I'm going to feel like such a twonk.
I saw it all,
Oh.
I heard it all.
I heard it. I think Paul heard it. I'm hoping Ree heard it.
Yeah, parts of it.
I have a horrible feeling that actually it didn't come through, but... Sock, did you hear that at all? Or did you just hear us? I don't know. I
Someone
can't...
speak, because
Yeah,
I feel like we've lost Ree.
Yeah, you can't actually...
Yeah,
hear
we've
the
lost
Twitch.
Roots.
What? What? You know what? Oh, you couldn't hear much. You know what? Our commentary was enough.
He's talking.
No, nothing, Roots.
Yeah, to be fair, we were talking over it anyway. But yeah, if I can actually get it right, then that would be great.
I think it's finally realised.
Right.
Did you mute us all?
I'm having fun with the virtual soundboard.
Okay.
You know what? I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Sounds good.
So, if I can get the audio sorted, would you guys like to maybe have this as kind of like a parting segment, like we finished a little bit earlier on a stream, and we just analyse a moment?
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Do?
we'll do that. We'll do that every
Good
so
idea.
often. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, that is gonna be it. I have no idea how much that worked. I think I got it.
We heard it all, so
I know what I did wrong. It's fine. We'll sort it out for next time. So I'm just going to go through my co-hosts, see if they've got anything that they want to say to you or to me in terms of how much of an idiot I am. Paul?
no, I'm good. Thank you for joining us again this evening. I want to see him rebuild the deck and let's play it. Let's see if
Yeah,
he
I
gets
want to see this on stream.
Now you've got to count all your mana. You've got to be really careful how you do it.
It's definitely gonna be trial and error for me.
Whenever you play Storm in any format, that's all it is. It's all trial and error.
It's just counting.
Yeah.
Do you know
Very
how to
precise
count to
counting.
10?
1, 5, 7, 2.
Nailed it. Yeah, that's exactly
right.
how
crap.
Storm works. That's exactly how
crap.
Storm works. Reed,
You got memory stars, yes.
Reed, do you have anything that you want to say?
Thank you for joining us tonight. It was fun to be on the stream.
Do you have anything that you want
Very
to say to me?
brutal. Not on camera.
Oh, that's harsh.
Yeah, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it when we
You're
come
a
off.
lovely host.
Do you want to come back on?
Oh, shots!
Okay.
Don't leave. I love you really. All right. Meredith, do you have anything that you want to
Thanks
say?
for joining us all, and we will see you on Friday.
Yep.
for more
So,
command and nonsense.
just going to go back to the full camera view so that I can do the last little bit. So, going through the schedule for the rest of the week. So tomorrow it's going to be JR Goes Long. We're going to continue with Tales of Berseria, and then going to Friday we're going to be playing some Friday Night Magic. I I don't know what kind of Magic we're going to play. I will work that out with the guys, and we'll tell you what we're doing when we know. In fact, I'm going to go back to the I'm going to go back to this view for a second because I want to see. Paul, I floated an idea to you.
You did.
Do you
You
want
did
to
indeed.
do you want to inform people what I suggested and
Are you
whether
talking about the arena one, or do you want to do a Modo one?
uh I mean, I don't play Vintage. I don't play Legacy, so it would be fun to crash into that with a Plum.
Oh yeah, we'll do it that way then. So what Rude and I were talking about was doing a cube draft on stream.
I've never cube drafted before, so
and like it's one of the best formats ever because you can create whatever you want with a cube.
do you want to
And almost
explain what a
everything-
cube is?
So a cube is a draft format that you create yourself. You essentially put together whatever card you feel like. You shuffle it up, you build packs, and then you draft it like a normal draft.
Except that
now-
Modo puts together a bunch of weird and wonderful crap together.
So the two most popular, or the two most common draft cubes on Modo are either a Legacy cube or a Vintage cube. Both are quite powerful.
Powerful.
Some very, very high-end Magic can get played, or you can just go full out Planeswalker control and win that way.
And yeah, Paul can hold my hand on that.
Just for me, Cube is a format where you can, especially if you're building one yourself on paper, is you can create the format to be how you see Magic to be enjoyable for you, but also for other people as well. Does that make sense?
So, for example, you could do a Pauper draft, a Pauper cube, which is nothing
do.
but commons. You could do a Spell Singers cube if that's something that you really want to do with not that many creatures and focus
You could
around casting
do-
spells.
The most common cubes in terms of in recent years that have been built have been conspiracy cubes, where people have built them out of the conspiracy sets by literally including every card from conspiracy.
Yeah.
4 copies of commons, 2 uncommons, and 1 rare, because it's designed for multiplayer play. I at one point had a Ravnica cube.
You could do a
I
bad
would-
card tribal cube, which is nothing but crap.
Yeah.
Just for fun. Like, the possibilities are endless, and one of the fun things is building up the cube, building up your own personal draft environment.
It
So-
just allows you to express yourself and let other people see Magic how you enjoy it.
So now that we've finished kind of gushing about Cube, what do you feel about doing that on Friday?
Oh, that would be good. I don't know if
Was that-
Modo have got any cubes going at the moment.
We'll check it out. We're definitely doing
Yeah.
some form of Magic on Friday, but that's definitely we'll investigate that, and I'll
Yeah.
announce what we've investigated tomorrow on at the end of the stream.
Sounds good.
So, just going through the rest of the schedule. So we've done Thursday, Friday, rolling back round to Tuesday. We're going to continue our play of Lost Dimension on JR Plays, because we had enough people there saying that they quite enjoyed it, and we got very far along in that I think we can dedicate another session to that. Then rolling back round to next Wednesday is some kind of Wednesday night Quarantine Manda, although Quarantine Manda is kind of postponed at the moment due to various issues, unless we can work it out. And then going back round to the Wednesday after, Wednesday 1st of July, JR levels up. It's my birthday! So instead of the usual Magic stream, we're going to be doing Jackbox all evening. So that will have a lot of audience participation. do feel free to come and join in. Bring your friends, bring anyone that you think would enjoy that.
Bring your family.
Bring your family.
Bring lots of cake.
Yeah, bring me cake. Bring me cake. I want cake. We're gonna have a lot of people who have contributed to the stream on here. We're gonna try and have people who I've interacted with who are in the streaming community. Try and get them on video if we can. Yeah, we're just gonna do a whole bunch of like party games. We're just gonna have fun. So yeah, book yourself in for that if you haven't already. This stream is brought to you by you. Keep coming to the stream, keep watching, because it really does help the channel, even if you don't do anything else. Just having you here is awesome. So keep doing that, and we will catch you next time. Cheers, guys.